Hey guys, Invader Guy 78 here in Borderlands 3 with a special guest, Dumarix. Take it away.
Hey guys, what's up? So I just got kidnapped from my home and I'm being forced to do this video. So I'm just gonna give you guys the quick rundown. We wanted to go over two characters in specific because we think that the tech behind these two characters deserves an entire video on their own. So I'm gonna be playing as Amara, and the other guy's gonna be playing as Zane. Yeah.
So to start off, we would like to talk about speed build. Let's just go to Guardian Takedown real quick.
Alright, yeah. So we're gonna go to Guardian Takedown. Honestly, it really doesn't matter where we test this. It's just that Guardian Takedown is not as it's a good rule of thumb to test out.
Right. So start us off with Amara.
So one of the most, at least for me, least talked about points of Amara is her mix-up potential. As you can see, if I do quarter circle forward punch, I just do that nice little quick dash up, and at first it doesn't seem like much, but it has a follow-up.
Alright,
and that allows you to mix up your opponent. It always ends in a grab, which doesn't really count as a grab. It's more of a hit grab. If you're familiar with Flak, Green Tree, Flak has a bunch of those where they can follow up hits with some hit grabs for more damage, and Mara has one of those, but it's just embedded into her kit, regardless of which tree you go down. So,
obviously, with the phase pass.
What's special about this is if you take the, I forget which comm it is, but here, let me look it up. I think, let me see. I think it's this upgrade. Not a lot of people really know about this comm because it's outside of this specific niche. It is one of the worst comms in the game, but it does let you do this with phase grasp.
Oh, I didn't. Yes, as you can see, I didn't actually know how to block that because Amara's full of all kinds of mix-ups.
It turns it into a low mix-up instead of a normal traditional mix-up. So instead of doing the punch follow-up, you could do a kick follow-up and turn that grab into a low grab.
So
and the funny thing about
with Amara, you're kind of using your speed to get it in a ton of high-low mix-ups. And if you use the driver
if you think
class,
Amara, I don't have a lot of skill points into speed, but as you can see, her backdash is not really that great, but her forward dash is super nice. You can see how fast it goes. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't think
about Zane. Now,
I don't think it's definitely not as fast as Zane, but it's very nice to just
can actually attack while running. As you can see, I don't need to use my dash.
So all of this mix-up that I just showed you is pretty much just useless
Zane
against Zane.
Because, when Amara has the driver class mod, Zane has violent momentum. So instead, I can focus on mix-ups like this. Using violent momentum and all his speed boosts with the speed build to, just get in a lot of damage.
And also, Zane doesn't need to do a fucking niche motherfucking build to do any of that, because he can just do that from the get-go.
Because he is player-proof. And so if you want to do a lot of damage with Zane, what you do is, you press, sorry, actually my action skill was not active yet. Do you mind hitting me a few times to show off my action skill? Perhaps use a grab mix-up. Oh yeah, look at this. So, Amara actually does have a dash.
We almost forgot to mention, so if you think that Amara still feels too slow, she does have a command dash, so that you're able to get in and do phase
show you just Zane's action skill. Oops.
That's the wrong.
Oops.
That was the
Sorry
wrong
guys, I'm using a controller, not a keyboard, so...
Yeah, there's a reason why we're on controller for this, because it does make these motion inputs for action skills a lot easier. But here, let me help him out over here. I do have my action skill end active right now.
Oh, as you can see, phase grasp does quite a bit of damage.
Phase grasp does a lot of damage, but I should have shown it off when I had the chance. But you can cancel the first hit of that quarter circle forward punch into phase grasp, and it does help out a lot. It does a lot more damage.
Now, something you can do with Zane is you can actually freeze the enemy, and then that's the wrong action skill. Oops. Let me just show you.
But as you can see, it does quite a bit of damage. Freezing opponents is an essential part of Zane's kit, and it does open a lot of routes that weren't available for Zane before.
Skill, so you can see you can like kill raid bosses really easily with the
Oh, you forgot. Yeah, so splash was.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my splash boost. Yeah.
We got a splash boost, so you know, it didn't do a lot of damage, but besides that tiny fluke, this action skill does a lot. Just a lot of. It's one of the best action skills in the game.
And some other stuff about Amara. Here we have the other Amara.
I switched now to a melee build for Amara.
Yeah.
As you can see, she looks very different from her typical looks.
And a good thing about Amara is that she actually has a really good way to deal with flying enemies. Kind of like Zane. Alright, you show us.
Yeah,
wow, look how much damage that does. Oh my god. But
so
Zane has the same thing. Watch. As you can see, Amara generally does do more damage with non-gun stuff than Zane. But Zane, you know, is...
as you might have noticed though, one of my trade-offs for doing this much damage as a melee build is I am quite slow. My original speed that I had with face grabs is not there anymore. As you can see if I do my forward dash, I am quite slow. My back dash, I am also quite slow. I am generally a slower and bigger target, but the trade-off is that I also do
quite
a lot of damage. Yeah.
For example, if you do your action, not your action skill, but one of your command grabs.
Yeah, so with my melee build, I now have access to command grabs.
And let's see. Ouch! Look at that. You can like one tap Hemovores with that much damage. All I get is just, you know, that. And
also, my action skill is ready, so let me just show you how that looks. Oops, I have to. Yeah, so
see, how much damage does this
as you can see, my action skill is quite good.
And
with
if you compare it to Zane's action skill, oops.
Yeah, we compare it to Zane's action skill if he can input it correctly.
Let me just switch to my keyboard, maybe, perhaps, since you know Zane generally has to rely on
keyboard and mouse. Yeah. I think that might be better. Yeah.
So if we compare Zane's mobility to Amara over here, see, can you do this? If you do this, you know.
Unfortunately, I do not have those wall bounces that Zane is known for. I'm only pretty much just a walking beef slab as when I'm going with this melee build. But something cool is that Amara doesn't only get, you know, standing command grabs. He also gets this. He gets a running.
He actually has a command dash.
Yeah.
If you spec into Blitz, even though it doesn't work half the time, we'd like to show the players.
One favorite route to do is do light kick into Lariat.
And this actually has a lot of armor.
Yes. Also, if you do the EX version of Lariat, which I believe you need to spend, I believe it's on action skill
20 rush stacks.
Yeah, and 20 rush stacks. You get an armored version of the Lariat that goes all the way and is able to.
For example, let's show it off. All right, I'm gonna do my frozen heart. All right, see if it gets frozen by the frozen heart.
As you can see.
Wow.
Isn't that's a really good utility.
For having armor and damage reduction, all I get is this.
It's an armored dash. Which you might think, just from looking at this, you might think that it's pretty useless, but it is good for running through a lot of projectile heavy areas like where enemies are just
down, like where we are now. As you can see, look at all these fireballs.
Yeah.
This game sucks. I'm done with this video.